So I'm going to say it, Cobra make good golf clubs, but they don't always make great golf clubs. Let me explain. So over the last couple of years, Cobra Drivers have gone from good to being great, and I've actually used it for the last 2 years. Currently use the King Speed Zone. It's a really good driver, great performance, forgiving, long, everything I want from a driver. Like, as I mentioned, that's not always been the case. Only the last few years have they started to nail the metal woods. Now, a category I never think they've done great at, and that could change right now, is the irons. I always feel like they just make good irons. Well, I'm going to test these today. These are the brand new Cobra King Tor irons. Now, on first initial looks, they look great. Is this going to be the first time Cobra make great irons? Let's find out. I'm going to play some holes with these irons. I've got a full set from 4 to pitching wedge. They look stunning. Let's play a few holes and I'll tell you a little bit more about them. I'm excited to hit them. I'm going to go 4 irons straight off the bat. That is a good looking iron. I'm excited to hit these. Okay, that was my first shot with them. That was not great. It wasn't even good. It was a horrendous first shot, but I'll blame myself for that. Right, so that shot didn't even reach the fairway. That was nicer. Okay, so let's talk about who these irons are aimed for. It's for your better player. Single figure handicap, going into probably about mid handicap as well, maybe 13 to 15 handicap. Irons they're competing against are things like TaylorMade MC irons, your Titleist T100s, your Mizuno JPX Forged, and things like your Ping I210s. That's where these irons are sitting. Now, there is something missing off this iron, which a lot of the other irons I just mentioned do have. Forged. These irons are not forged. Cobra reckon they're bringing in a new innovative way of making irons. They're calling it MIM. I don't want to go too much into the detail, but basically it's not cast, it's not forged, but it's a way of them producing an iron that still feels soft. I mentioned it on the tee though, I have to say, these look ridiculously gorgeous. I mean, they are such a good looking iron. And also, if they're trying to hit that category of better player irons, the other good thing is the lofts aren't too strong. For example, the 7 iron is 33 degrees of loft. Quite traditional, actually. Right, I'm going to knuckle down, I'm going to play a few holes. And at the end of this video, after testing these irons, I'm going to grade it into one of 3 tiers. Is it great? Is it good? Or is it an iron to avoid? Let's find out. That felt very nice. I'm gonna hit a few balls into the screen. If I do get a hole in one, I'll definitely classify them as great. Wow, how close are these two? They are mega close to going in. Overall, not bad. Distance control was pretty good. I hit one ropey, but that's not terrible. Almost went straight into great tier. Almost went into double great tier. So I've played a few holes so far, but I've got more testing to do. On looks alone, they go into great category, but there is one big issue. Okay, let's start things off with my summary. What I like about the Cobra King Tor irons. Number one, looks. These irons are beautiful. Not only in your golf bag, I love this monochrome look, very simplistic, very modern, very good looking iron. I also love how they look behind the ball. Like for me, they absolutely fit into this player iron. They're simple, not too much offset, the top line isn't too thick, the blade length is beautiful, it kind of progresses slightly into the wedge. Really good looking irons, I really love it. Next thing is the performance. Like the ball flight I got with these irons was exactly what I want to see. For me, the distances that I hit them is exactly what I want to see. The ball flight, the way I shape the golf ball, and certainly with the lofts, they're absolutely perfect, again, for that player category. Now the downside, and it varies between golfer and golfer, but when I test irons, I'm certainly testing the feel of the irons. This is where this set of irons for me just does not quite deliver the feel that I'm expecting from this type of iron. It's a little bit harder. It's harder than a forged iron, it's harder than the tailor-made P7 MCs that I use, or the Titleist T100s. And again, potentially because they're not forged, they're bringing out this new MIM technology to help with the feel, but I don't quite think they've got it right just yet. Now to caveat that, I test a lot of irons, I know what irons feel like. For a lot of golfers out there that go to the driving range or test these irons, they might not quite pick up on that. You might actually hit these irons and like it. It's not a bad feel, it's just not as soft as I'd like it to be. For me, these irons sit in the good category. Not quite great yet. Nice try, Cobra. Maybe next time, but you'd certainly going down the right path. We'll see you next time.